You know, when I review Godzilla video games on this show, even when I give them low scores, I really do look for the best in them. I'm not trying to just be this YouTube trope of an angry guy drinking booze, nitpicking games. No, I want to be objective and informative. I want to be truthful. So I hope it means something when I say Godzilla the series on Game Boy is the second worst console Godzilla game I've ever played. So let's just get this shitfest over with. He's the angriest gamer you ever... Godzilla the series was a Saturday morning cartoon that began airing on Fox September 12, 1998. It was a continuation of the Godzilla movie that had come out less than half a year earlier. The cartoon show ran for 2 seasons with a total of 40 episodes produced, and it performed fairly well. Personally, I like the series. I find some of the plots to be very creative. I like that we get to see actual monster fights in this universe. And I like this Godzilla. He's agile, he can swim, he can burrow, and he can be very fast. So when I heard about a video game where you could be this Godzilla, I was excited. Godzilla the series, the game, came to Game Boy Color in 1999 by Crave Entertainment and Crawfish Interactive. It starts with this brief animation. Not bad, nice coloring. When you start the game, you get some interactions from the characters on the show, represented by these still images. And they're talking in character, that's fine. God, their faces look weird. I always thought the human faces on this show didn't look quite right, so being forced to look at them here, whatever, that's not the problem. The problem is the game, because this is the game. You play as Godzilla, who's all the way to the left over here, half off of the screen. He continuously walks, and as he does, you're being attacked by itty-bitty soldiers, tanks, flying vehicles. That's kinda it. So if Godzilla is half off of the screen, and the things you're fighting are this small, it leaves a lot of screen space to waste. This screen is 90% background. This reminds me of when I drew Godzilla books as a kid, but I was too lazy to draw his whole body, so I just have his head peeking at the side of the page, and the rest of the body off page, and most of the page is blank. Turns out I was onto something there. Godzilla has 2 meters, a guard meter and a health meter. His guard meter goes down when he shields himself from the teeny-weeny bullets and missiles. His health meter goes down when he's hit. Both meters auto-recharge. Godzilla has way more attacks than he needs. He can shoot fireballs. He can swing his tail 2 different ways. He can punch. He can bite. He can stomp. They're all okay in their own right, but you won't use half of these, I promise. The levels are very loosely based on episodes of the show. For example, level 1 is based on one of my favorite episodes, episode 7, What Dreams May Come, where an insomniac undergoes experimental sleep treatment, and when he sleeps, he conjures up this monster called Crackler. But if you haven't seen the episode, I'm not sure you'd be able to piece that plot together by these dialogue sections. And like the show, the game has some dead Nigel jokes. I didn't realize that was supposed to be Nigel until the guy said it. Whatever. Midway through each level, you fight a boss. So here's the butt crackler, also half off the screen, leaving all this useless space between the monsters. I can fit a whole second game in here. Most of my attacks are useless because they can't reach him, so it's just gonna be fireballs and blocking for this fight. When Crackler's health is half diminished, he'll leave and the level resumes. Then after you play all that boring walking shit again, Crackler returns and you can finish him off. You get passwords, which is the only saving grace of the entire game. Was that supposed to be a Godzilla roar? That's some Dino Rex level ear assault right there. That's the game. Godzilla walking through levels with the sound of his footsteps being drilled into your skull because it's non-stop. Bam, bum, bam, bum, bam, bum, bam, bum. I didn't even turn the music off in options. There's just no music. Why is that option even there? Bam, bum, bam, bum. bam, bum, bam, bum. How do you even classify this game? Is it a side-scroller? A walk-end gun? I classify it as psychological torture because the game is a slog. Every level feels like a chore. This is busy work. And everything that comes at you is just so annoying. Now I'm in the ocean and here comes the yellow submarine. Help us. Is that a dolphin? Somebody strapped missiles to a dolphin and sent them after Godzilla? I've never seen a game where you have to blow up dolphins before. So long, and that's a lot of fish. Just fast forward this shit. It's all the same. The ocean, the jungle. It doesn't matter what the background is. It's just Godzilla sleepwalking through this shitfest. The boss is a helicopter. Fucking brilliant. You had all the monsters. Now I'm fighting giant mutant bees. That's because the enemy of this level is going to be the queen bee from episode 9 called the Hive. At least its whole body is on the screen. That's how low the bar is right now. Same shit, different backgrounds, but now it's cyberflies from episode 5, The Winter of Our Discontent. And here the main boss is a tank. Take a bow, game! Next, you walk through some shallow water being attacked by squids from the second episode of the series, New Family Part 2. So this level's boss is Crustaceous Rex. But he looks awful! I wouldn't have even known who it was if I didn't look it up! He looks like a sad sack of shit! He literally looks like a sad sack of shit! He shoots some tar at your foot, which you have to stomp to get off. I'm bringing it up because this is the first time the game actually mixed things up a little bit. Oh, and remember how you have to fight virtually every boss twice? Well, Crustaceous Rex gets 3 rounds. It's like the game is trying to waste your life away. Look, it's the Heat Seeker from the cartoon show. I don't know why that's so exciting to see here. I guess I'm just clinging to anything at this point. The main antagonist turns out to be Cameron Winter. Or Cameron Winters. The game really can't make up its mind. There's no more monster fights from here on out. You fight a helicopter. You fight a tank. You walk, and you walk, and you walk. There's more walking in this game than all 3 Lord of the Rings movies combined. The main boss of this whole game is this base, and oh shit, I just died. For the first time. Because there's one more thing I didn't mention. This game is stupid easy. No cheat codes, I'm playing on normal mode, and Godzilla just walked through the entire game. I mean, yeah, when your meters auto-replenish and most of the game is spent fighting things Godzilla can barely even see, what's the threat? Anyway, this boss fight is much easier when I realized I could just keep destroying the tanks with stomps. After you beat the game, you're treated to this extremely short animation, which isn't bad at all. And then it goes into the credits, which you could have seen without playing the game. So it was all for nothing. 1 star! As usual, I will force myself to find some positive things to say. Although Godzilla is mostly off-screen, his sprite animation is pretty good. Even his death animation is somewhat impressive. If you're a fan of the series, you'll appreciate how the game pulls straight from episodes of the show and keeps to the spirit of the show and characters. And that's it. That's all I got. This game fucking sucks. They took the most agile Godzilla and turned him into a slow, boring sprite that walks through the entire game, and I'm gonna hear his footsteps for days now. Bam, boom, bam, bum, bam, bum. I would rather watch the Godzilla 1998 movie on a Game Boy Color than play this fucking game again. The only one who got off easy here is Nigel because he got destroyed early on. But I have good news, because they took another swing at this bat with another game based off of the Godzilla series, Godzilla Monster Wars. God, please, let them have made a good game this time around. It's the same game! They made the same shitty game twice! Is this a fucking joke? Are they trolling us? They actually doubled down on this shit! Yeah, it has some differences in the gameplay, but they actually made the game worse. Remember how I said this is the second worst Godzilla console game? That's because the sequel is the worst Godzilla console game. I was originally gonna cover both of these games in one video, but after that first slogfest, I don't have the energy. So we're gonna continue this torture next time. Bam, boom, bam, boom, bam,